Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little bit different for me. I'm doing a talk through video, and you guys know, girl, talk throughs are not my thing, but I'm trying to bring you guys different videos and new content. So today I have a almost completely drugstore makeup story for you guys with a really bomb lip, if you can't tell. Like, hello? And it's only $3, but we'll get into that later. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. I've been doing my face first, so I think I'm going to keep that tradition and go ahead and do my foundation and stuff. So today I'm going to be mixing the Covergirl Queen Collection. I think this is the 3-in-1 foundation. I've done a video on it before. I mixed the shades Warm Caramel and Almond Glow. They look like this. I cheated a little bit. I used a little bit of MAC strobe cream when I was applying my moisturizer. Oh, but I am going to use a little bit of the Maybelline Baby Skin just around like my nose and stuff where I get a lot of pores. I know that there's like a strobe cream dupe at the drugstore, but to be honest, I haven't gone drugstore shopping in a really long time. This video is kind of sparking an interest, but I'm just gonna apply these two real quick. And the reason I applied the MAC strobe cream is because this foundation is matte by nature, and I wanted a little bit more of a glowy look for this tutorial. For concealer, I think I'm going to be using this Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Medium Deep. But in case that one's too light, I have my Nyx HD Concealers as backups. These are my handy dandies. Like, you guys know I love these two, but I want to give this a try. The color's not too bad, but to make it blend a little bit easier, I think I'm going to mix my NYX HD Concealer in the shade Nutmeg. And this is just like my regular flesh tone concealer shade. Just a little bit. Because y'all know I like it bright. And I'm going to blend it out with my Ulta Beauty Sponge. So contour, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. There is one darker that I was using in my, I think it was the color correcting video. I'm not sure. I'll put a little info card at the top here. But Mahogany was a little bit too dark for me. It looked a little muddy. It just didn't look good. So I think I'm going to stick with Dark Cocoa because I do want a more bronzy look. So I'm not going to use my ebony powder that I used in my last updated foundation routine video. I want it to be really bronzy, really glowy, and not have too harsh of a contour. So I'm just going to use this and blend it out with that same sponge. To make sure there are no harsh lines, I'm just going to go back with my foundation brush and just buff it out. And I'm not swiping, I'm just really just patting it into the skin to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. To set my highlighted areas, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder in the shade Sun Beige. It's a lot lighter than my complexion, but I thought that this would give me somewhat of the same look as the Laura Mercier translucent powder, so we'll see. And it was on sale. I am going to cheat again and use my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, but I think I'm only going to only going to set my under eye area and my nose and a little bit of my forehead because that's where I get really, really oily during this time of year, because I do want to keep it really glowy. But if you're someone who has oily skin, of course you can go ahead and set your whole entire face. Make sure there are no like creases, because if you set the creases, they're going to stay that way. I actually like this shade. It's really pretty. It's not as bright as I thought it was going to be. I was a little scared, but it's actually really natural. And to set my contoured areas, I'm going to go into the e.l.f. Contouring and Blush Duo in the shade Turks and Caikos. Another oldie but goodie on my channel, and just set those areas. To make sure it's not too red on my nose, I'm going to go back over it with my sponge. So I'm going to cheat again a little bit. I'm sorry, I know. But I'm going to use MAC's Lay and Low Paint Pot to prime my eyes for my eyeshadow. For my transition shade, I'm gonna go into this Wet n Wild palette in the shade Sunset Tissy. And it's just this really nice, it's just a really nice orange shade. I've used this a lot in my tutorials as well last summer. I'm just gonna apply this to the upper crease area. Just below that, on a brush that resembles MAC's 217, I'm going to go ahead and go into another Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and it's called Poster Child. It just has a bunch of really bright and fun colors. And I'm gonna take this pink shade and put it in my crease. For my lid, I'm gonna go into this Maybelline Eye Studio palette in the shade Coral. And I'm gonna take this really pretty coppery coral color here and pack that on. Like, I want it to be really intense. You know what? I'm actually gonna spray my brush a little bit with that Urban Decay All Nighter spray. I'm gonna go back into this pink shade, just that's a little bit more defined. And to deepen up my crease, I'm just going to use this NYX single eyeshadow in the shade Skinny Dip. So I think I'm going to apply the shade with this detailed brush and then blend it out, just so I can get more precise application. And I don't want it too dark. I just want to add a little bit of definition. I think that's enough. And I'll just blend it out. So I'm going to go back into the pink shade and just blend everything together. To add a little bit of sparkle to this look, I'm using this Essence eyeshadow in the shade Frosted Apple, and these are really good. They're only like $1.99 at the drugstore, and they come with this really nice glitter overspray. Now the glitter isn't all the way throughout the eyeshadow, but it's just on top. That's why I use this sparingly. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this on top of the copper with the same brush that I used. And I'm not gonna add any glitter adhesive or anything, I'm just gonna pat it on top, just to give it a little extra something. Now I already told you guys I'm forcing myself to do a wing liner until I get it right. So I'm gonna do a quick wing with the NYC black liquid liner. For a peekaboo of color, I'm gonna put the Colourpop Grind lip pencil on my waterline. And I'm gonna blend that out with the same pink shade from that Wet n Wild palette. To highlight the inner of the corner of my eye, I'm going to that Coral palette and just using this really light shimmery shade. For my lips, I now want to stay in like the pinky purple family, so I'm going to use NYX's Plum Lip Liner to line them, and then I'm going to go into the Ruby Kisses lipstick in the shade Beat Me. This color is everything. Oh my god. Okay. I was gonna put a little bit of gloss on top, but I'm not. I think I'm just gonna go into, I'm gonna use the other Ruby Kisses lipstick in the shade Pink About It. Just put a little in the middle. Just a little. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I know I'm jumping all over the place, you guys. I'm so rusty with talk through videos. I swear it's so much easier to do a voiceover. But I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my face before I put on blush, because I'm still not sure what blush I want to use. So I'm gonna mix the e.l.f. Baked eyeshadow in the shade Enchanted in my Physicians Formula shimmer strips in the shade Vegas Strip. And this e.l.f. eyeshadow is really pretty. It has more like a rose gold tone to it. It works on my complexion as a highlighter. If you're a little bit, oh wait, that was horrible swatch. If you're a little bit lighter than me, you may want to go with something else. But I'm just gonna mix the two. I already applied one, but for lashes, I'm just applying some leftover, I said leftover, some leftover Koko lashes in the style Isis, I think. Alright, and that is it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe, it's free. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.